Janet Nepales, GMA7 Philippines.
Mm,
Congratulations on doing Beef Season 2
thank you.
for you, Lee. So, what was the most challenging part about creating this since it's so different from Season 1?
Oh wow, the most challenging part. I think I think it's probably wanting to do something different. Um, we talked a lot about like our favorite bands and favorite musicians, and when a band does the same thing for their second album as their first album, they kind of you start to lose interest. And so I was thinking about all my favorite bands like Radiohead and the Bends to OK Computer, that being such a big jump, and how do we do the same thing where we take a big swing on season 2 that surprises people but still retains at the core the spirit of what people enjoyed about season 1 in the first place. And so that was a very difficult task. So that was really hard, but I feel like the nature of our process is so collaborative. It's not one person doing everything. It is literally hours and hours of conversations amongst everybody. That's the only way we push this boulder up the hill. Yeah.
And for you, Charles, what made you say yes? And is this your first time working with Sunny?
First time working with Sunny. It was an easy yes. It was the fastest yes I've ever given to a collaborator, director, filmmaker. And, what I love about what, Sunny's voice is reminiscent of, it's when I think about all my favorite films, Memories of Murder, Mother, Handmaiden, Old Boy, you think about Park Chan-wook and Bong Joon-ho, you think about Parasite, and then you think about, those filmmakers, and then the filmmaker that represents that in the West, The Bridge, and that's Lee Sung Jin, Sunny, and how he writes and expresses, like, there is no limits to his art. It's universal. It's not just about identity. It's about the beef, the nuance, the textures of life and reality. And I think, that was an easy yes, and it really lent into me as a Korean American also to really exist in my Koreanness. I've never had anyone write a Korean American character, for me, and that was, thank you.
And talk about your trip to Korea. Was that your first time again in Korea?
Oh, no, I grew up in Korea for 6 years. Yeah, I'm a military kid, and, Sunny and I shared that personal experience of both growing up in Korea and in America. And so it was Beef season 2 for me was coming back home. I got to see my whole family again, and my Korean family, and they got to come to set. And it was a very full pinch me circle moment of all these artists, here in Korea, shooting in the most beautiful places, watching Song Kang-ho right in front of me, just fill the space with just his presence. He's the GOAT, so.
So, but wearing the wig and the mustache,
Oh.
was that your idea?
No, that was not a wig.
That was your hair?
That's real hair, and that's a real mustache.
That was a real
And you grew a
mustache.
mustache?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he did. That was his idea.
Yeah.
Because he showed up to, I think right before shooting, he had a mustache, and he was like, "Should I shave this?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, I kind of like to let it all go, so then when I can show up, I can be a canvas, for whoever the collaborator is. And Sunny was like, "I think we should go for the mustache." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And I discovered I had a very unique mustache.
Yes.
A lot of like amber red hairs and, different textures of browns. The
Yeah.
mustache was giving.
Yeah.
I finished the whole season. Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
More power
much.
to both of you.